Hello and welcome to Shoreline Music Monthly. My name is Mark Koshwitz. This is episode 78 of our series where we throw the spotlight on local original singer-songwriters from the state of Connecticut. We are having our second snowstorm of the year, which is a rainstorm on the shore, but my guest tonight came from the Northlands, so it's a little messy maybe up there. We, tonight, coincidentally, is actually airing for the first time ever episode 77, which, strangely enough, was also a snowy day. So perhaps the reason that we did not have a snowy winter is that we were not taping all winter. But now we have a snowy spring. But speaking of spring, my favorite thing about spring is all the lineups are coming out for all the local Locapalooza, the Meriden Daffodil Festival. All the local festivals are starting to come out with their lineups. So take a look. There's a lot of great music coming up for the late spring, summer, into fall. We've got all the townie shows will be, they should be releasing their lineup shortly as well. And I do know that they've already released the East Haddam Music on the River lineup. So take a peek at all those. There's a lot of great shows coming your way as soon as we get a little warmer and get past this little snowstorm that we're dealing with tonight. I think you're going to enjoy tonight's show very much. The gentleman who came all the way from, I believe, Enfield to come down to show you some of his music is just to my right. I'd like to introduce you to Charlie Diamond.
What's going on?
Welcome.
How you doing,
show.
man? Thank you.
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Glad you could make it down.
Yeah.
It turned out not to be a big thing, I guess, the snow. So
no,
up your way maybe more, but here it's been rain.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
that's good.
It's nice down here.
All right. Well, you're going to play a little music for our folks in a little bit, but you're stuck with me for the short term. So. Maybe just kind of as an introduction to who Charlie Diamond is, maybe let our folks, or let me know, too.
Yeah.
What brought you to music? When did it start? That type of thing, a little bit of a musical bio.
Yeah. Yeah, I grew up in a small town on a mountain. There was like 40 kids in my high school class.
Oh.
So little world, not a lot of friends, spent a lot of time by myself, hiking out in the woods on these old Indian trails and stuff. And but music's always been in the family. There was always an electric guitar kicking around the house from my dad that I would see when I was really little. I always wanted to play it. And then, I finally got old enough, and somewhere around third grade, I just kind of picked it up and started plucking away at it. And then learning guitar. And
now, did you take lessons at all, or because there were no YouTube back then, probably?
No,
right?
No, there was nothing. I just threw on my favorite music, which was like 60s oldies, Jimi Hendrix. It was all stuff that my dad listened to, basically.
Yeah.
And I would just try and play along with it, just try and find the notes on the fret. Yeah. And but I took lessons in high school, got really good at sightseeing, reading music. And then I was like, you know what? Like, if you're gonna be an artist and you're gonna do something, like, I feel like you should just do it. Like, you shouldn't have to take a class to do it. So, I untaught myself how to read music. So I couldn't read a note if I had to right now. Yeah.
So you came back to my level.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Find a name bigger than an underdog. Sitting at your patio party with 100 people around, laughing and smiling like circus freaks after their payday. I said How could I see the notes you played? I was impressed by your mystique and atmosphere. When you fix your gaze on me, stuck your style on me, wrote down my dreams, so I had a way to get to where I needed to get. Picked up my heart piece by piece and gave me a song to sing. You looked into my eyes and saw me for me, took me into your world and showed me what it's like to be free. Oh yeah, now didn't you? Of a dying breed, with all my tattered clothes, lucid dreams and shattered soul. We stayed up all night talking of life and our master plans. You said, what if our tears could cure your pain, and then held my hand. But I digress. How could I see the notes you played? I was impressed by your mystique and atmosphere. When you fixed your gaze on me, stuck your style on me, wrote down my dreams, so I had a way to get to where I needed to get. Picked up my heart piece by piece and gave me a song to sing. You looked into my eyes and saw me for me, took me into your world and showed me what it's like to be free. Oh yeah, now didn't you? Oh, I still remember the first time that we met. You see, my brain doesn't operate the way that it should. Bleeding inside with all my pain and my thoughts, I went to you, yeah, and I told you I was lost. But I digress. How could I see the notes you played? I was impressed by your mystique and atmosphere. When you fixed your gaze on me, stuck your style on me, wrote down my dreams, so I had a way to get to where I needed to get. Picked up my heart piece by piece and gave me a song to sing. You looked into my eyes and saw me for me, took me into your world and showed me what it's like to be free. Oh yeah, now didn't you?
you think it was high school then you start writing music, or?
Yeah, probably. Up until high school, I was like a huge Beatles fan, just obsessed with them. And then I heard a little bit of punk rock in high school, and it just like
That's different.
changed my world. Like, yeah, just shook up my life, and I was just all about punk rock. So throughout high school and even after for a little while, I was always in these punk rock bands. And yeah, we started formulating songs and putting songs together.
Yeah, Beatles and punk that's a left turn right there.
All over the place, yeah. I mean, I started out as a blues guitarist, electric. Yeah, with Jimi Hendrix and that type of stuff. Then got into the punk rock, and then just the last year and a half, I've been playing the folk stuff. Just picked it up in the last year and a half, picked up the harmonica as well. And that's sort of been like the transition, you know. And it's been good.
Yeah, because punk's, you know, stylistically, it's very different from punk, but I always found that the idea behind it is very punk.
Yes.
You know, the idea of just writing, you know, that music, it's not to simplify it, but often that 3 chords and the truth, you know, which isn't, you know, that way. It's not much of a jump from punk.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. And like folk, there's a lot of like protest songs and, you know, I don't know, maybe like against the establishment. So yeah, the punk like segues into it like perfectly.
Yeah,
I feel like it's, yeah. And so I'm still on the sort of punk rock track, but in a different vector.
With an acoustic guitar now.
Yeah.
Billy Bragg it up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice. So the punk bands you just kind of moved on from that, or?
Yeah, we were doing really well. Played for a couple of record companies, but the other guys in the band weren't as committed as I was. So it just kind of fell apart.
It happens.
Yeah, in like my mid to late 20s, it fell apart, which kind of shook up my world, you know, because it's like you're working towards this dream, and then it doesn't happen, and it's like, where do you go from there? So I was done with college, done with, you know, the band was gone, and I just had like a pretty bad breakup with my girlfriend. So I was like, you know what, like I'm just gonna like leave the world. So I bought my motorcycle and I just drove across the country for like 3 months.
Wow.
Which is the best thing I ever did.
That'll clear your head.
Sometimes you gotta make a drastic change in your life. And yeah, it was amazing. Brought a tent, camped out, stayed with people I met, and yeah, it was awesome.
Nice. So, I mean, did you find places to work along the way, or you just kind of?
No, so I didn't eat a lot, and I, like I said, I would camp out or stay with people that I knew.
Yeah, sure.
So I didn't have to spend a lot of money.
Not a lot on gas needed with a motorcycle.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very
so
cool.
The reason I stayed out for 3 months is because that's basically how long my money lasted. Yeah.
Got it. So recently we've got this, right?
Yeah.
A new poet in town, Charlie Diamond.
Yeah.
So that's kind of a jump from cross country on a motorcycle to being in a recording studio. I mean, what was that transition like? I mean, did you just start to build like a catalog of songs and felt you needed to put them somewhere, or?
Yeah, it was kind of around when COVID hit, and everybody was kind of keeping to themselves, and there wasn't much to do. So I would hop in my truck with my dog. I have a 170-pound English Mastiff. He's my manager.
Little puppy.
Yeah, I love him. I've had him since he was a pup, but he's my manager and my security, you know, my best friend. And we would drive all over New England just exploring little towns.
Got a lot of them.
Yeah, and as we were doing that, all these folk songs started kind of coming on the radio. And they just started really agreeing with me, like the storytelling and, you know, your imagination can run while you're driving around in all these cool towns and stuff. So after a while, I was like, It's like, yo, let me try my hand at this, see if I can write a folk song. And so that's how it started. So I started writing some folk songs, and then I got
Hooked up with Tracy somehow.
Yeah, I was like, you know what? I didn't have like a whole CD's worth, but I had a good amount, and I was like, find a place to record this. Found Tracy Walton at On Deck Studios there, and
Who's been on our show
yeah, he's an awesome
with
dude.
Belle of the Fall.
Yeah, big band. And I kind of started doing like recording like a song at a time. You know, I would like get enough money, go in, record a song with Tracy, work a little more, get some money, yeah, and then we got enough for the album.
Very cool.
Yeah.
With $20 in my pocket, I left the city for my dreams. With my favorite David Bowie t-shirt and faded pair of jeans, I took a left down Flower Street, then closed my eyes and yelled to the people of the city. This streamer says farewell, and then hello to my electric bleeded dreams. Pulling away, filling station just south of Omaha. Ain't got no more money, nothing to eat, nothing at all. Well, I saw a gypsy kind of girl, a bandana in her hair. She said, I'm coming with you, sweet eyes, where you're going, well, I just don't care. So we lace up our boots and we tucked in our pants, and we gave a rebel scream into the wild. Oh, so she held on tight as I let the throttle loose within my hands. We both said goodbye to another town and another faded scene. Pointed our hearts due north into our electric lady dreams. Yeah, our electric lady dreams. All the magazines say Colorado is nice in the summer and the fall. That seasonal variance for you, for a place that I never been to at all. Well, she grabbed my hair and pinched my cheek and gave me a big old kiss. And she whispered in my ear and set my world on fire with this. She said, live your life, dream your dreams. Nothing will hold you back, not even me. Oh, so I pulled her close and said, my wild girl, my free spirit, you've been my lucky charm all along. Look up at the stars tonight, yeah, help me sing this song. I said, grab your heart and take a leap and tell me the most recent thing you've seen. She said, your beautiful lies, my love, my electric lady dream. Yeah, you're my electric lady dream.
All right, hello folks. I am still here with Charlie Diamond, and he has agreed to play From the Hip, which is still an interview kind of thing, but usually shorter and odder questions. Not that odd. They're food-based, usually music-based. It's nothing. But I don't know, sometimes it's just fun because, why not?
Yeah.
If you're going to have a show, do what you want.
Yeah.
How many states have you lived in? This could be difficult for you, hearing about, I don't know, do we count the ones you stopped and camped in as living in? Maybe we do.
Yeah, I know. God, if we were to count those, I would say like 48. Yeah.
Wow.
But 2.
All right.
Yeah. Connecticut and Virginia. Yeah.
Who would you say your favorite songwriter is that you don't know personally?
Elvis Presley is my number 1.
Wow.
I don't know if you could really call him a songwriter.
He wrote a few, but
Yeah.
he wasn't huge on it.
Yeah. Brian Wilson from the Beach Boys.
Okay.
I think God Only Knows is one of the best songs ever written.
It's not a bad one.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
How many musical instruments do you play?
Guitar, harmonica, and piano.
All right. And I have to ask this every time for no apparent reason, but do you like or do you not like cannolis as a food substance?
Love them.
All right.
Yeah.
That's a common answer, yeah. I'm one of the weird people who I see nothing in a cannoli that
Really?
matters.
Yeah. Yeah, I have a sweet tooth. Yeah, so anything.
Yeah, I do too, but I'm ice cream and pie. And we were talking before you got here, and it reminded me that we are heading into what I like to consider roadside food stand season. They're all starting to open. Harry's just opened. They're opening up. I don't know your area, or maybe it's not in your area. What's your favorite roadside food stand? I don't even know if I've been to Enfield, but...
Yeah, roadside food stand. I don't know. Honestly, I haven't been to any in a long time.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a fair answer, too.
Well, what's Harry's? I got to check Harry's out.
It's in Colchester.
Okay.
Just been there for 100 and something years. I don't know.
Oh, is that a little burger joint?
It is.
Oh, I've been to that. Yeah, I ride my motorcycle with my dad. Yeah, I like Harry's.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Harry's.
There we go. We got a winner. Ding,
Yeah.
ding, ding. What would you say, if you remember, is the first song you ever learned to play on the guitar or on any instrument?
Yeah. First song on guitar. Well, probably would have been a song we wrote in like 3rd grade when Princess Diana passed away. We wrote like a memorial song to her,
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah. So that was definitely, that was the first song ever,
All right.
yeah. And that is on tape somewhere too.
Is it?
With our little chipmunk voices, like before we're like, grown up and stuff.
You gotta dig that up.
Yeah, my buddy has it. We gotta find it.
And would you remember what your first experience with ever seeing live music was?
Yeah. Pretty sure I saw Leonard Skinner at the Big E.
Wow.
Probably when I was 12 or 13. Yeah. Yeah, and that was really cool.
Yeah, that's not a bad thing to catch it, if that's going to be first.
Yeah.
I saw a cover band, I think, at Milford Mall before they had the roof, and
Oh, no way.
just a bunch of, probably teenage kids at the time, but I was little. I remember my mom couldn't pull me away. I was just like, that's where the music from the radio comes from.
Yeah.
If you'd never seen music being played, it's just so weird. It's
Yeah.
like, wow.
That's cool.
All right, well, that's all the questions I have. Thank you so much for playing my silly game.
Yeah, right on. Thank you.
Herman Dresser left from a dream to an electrified farm and fence. Ran through the city at full speed to find an attorney for his defense. Could it be anything but guilty in the eyes of this jury? He never had a chance to fully live his life. They just take and they take from the fruits of our labor, and they chop and they sow down the trees of our lives. From the first time that I met him, he was my brother, a deep self-worthy. But society held him down and made him stick to the black and white story. Could he be anything but guilty in the eyes of this jury? He never had a chance to fully live his life. They just take and they take from the fruits of our labor, and they chop and they sow down the trees of our lives. We took to the streets to rally a call for justice and equality, but the suits kept humming inside of a cell where freedom was something he could only see. Could he be anything but guilty in the eyes of this jury? He never had a chance to fully live his life. They just take and they take from the fruits of our labors, and they chop and they sow down the trees of our lives. Herman Dresser left from a dream to an electrified farm and fence.
Well, thank you once again for watching Shoreline Music Monthly. Please remember, all these folks are out there playing all the time. Outdoor venues are opening up again. If you're, maybe feel indoors isn't for you yet. The festivals are coming, farm markets are coming, all kinds of places where you can catch music. So do yourself a favor, it's a lot of fun. Get out and see a show, and we'll see you next month, all right? Thanks for watching.